Couldn't break the sleeve! Oh!
Hello and welcome to Golden Score, Judo TV's after show. You're here with myself, Thea Cowan, and IJF commentator, world and European champion, Loretta Cusack-Doyle.
Hey, well, how exciting to do this, huh? And we've got a lot out there, and a lot to work on, and so much action of the day to feed to our public out there and live streaming.
Absolutely. Now, I'm sure you've been listening a lot to Loretta today during the live streaming. We're going to focus a little bit at the beginning on the newaza transitions. Can you tell us a little bit about your ideas on that today?
Well, we have seen a lot of matches that were based on the sort of the transition, and I'm a great believer watching athletes. As much as we want to see the big throws, it is so important that with those big throws comes that transition and the finishing. And what we have seen today is there's been a lot of good newaza, and a lot of these athletes that are picking up medals here today had something special in the ground, which makes them very, very dangerous. And it also, with their opponents, they tend to fear attacking them softly in case they get caught into newaza. So it's vitally important.
And we had one in particular in the 63 kilogram category with Ketlin Quadros, who actually took the gold medal.
Yes, Quadros was on form, but what you're actually looking at is this young lady, well, I'd say this week, she's a mature athlete and maybe one of the oldest in the weight category, but that maturity came through. But what it was is the oozing of confidence from her tachiwaza down into the newaza. There you look, she's digging in deep, she knows exactly what she's going for, and that shimiwaza is there on. There was no rescuing that at the end.
No, not at all. And also in the semi-final, I think we have another clip of that.
Again, a beautiful little turnover there. And again, she wasn't stopping. You see the Romanian, thought she was over and done with it. She was able to go through for the mate, but no, Quadros was down there. She was ready on the attack and once more wanting to finish her off.
Here she is in the semi-final with the Canadian athlete, Catherine Bushman-Pinard.
Yep, again, she's very extreme. Her opponent goes down into the newaza. Big mistake. Once again, Quadros was there, ready on the attack.
And maybe false sense of security for Bushman-Pinard because she's also very strong on the ground.
Well, this is the thing. I think after the performances that we've seen Quadros throughout the rounds, I think Bushman-Pinard was a bit hasty about going down. We saw a couple of opportunities that the Canadian really wanted to go down there, but she held back. And I think holding back on what you know you're comfortable in doing against somebody else's strength, that's an issue, a real issue.
And in the final, she didn't actually get to finish off in a newaza, but she threw the lovely ippon regardless against the Israeli, Shemesh, right on the buzzer.
Yes, right on the buzzer. We'll talk about leave it till last minute, or last second, we should say. Yes, that was a wonderful finish, and but it was a good match right to that end, and it could have gone either way.
Yeah.
Shemesh was brilliant throughout the whole day, and when she went into that fight, she went in with real maturity and no fear.
I mean, talking about maturity, safe to say Quadros has probably got the most experience of the group today, Olympic bronze medalist in Beijing.
Yes.
And 35 years of age as well, so she's been around for a while.
Well, yeah, when you think about 35 years of age and she's actually competing as if she's 21. She is so agile, so well conditioned, and like you say, the maturity is there. She knows how to fight a match, depending on who she's against, whether it's the younger athlete who's got great tachiwaza, who's got most probably quite a few strengths. What she does do is she believes in herself and she knows what she's capable of doing and she works to her strengths. She doesn't worry about anybody else. I think she's gone past that stage of having pre-match nerves. She knows she's out there to do the job and she gets it done.
Yes, a very happy coach there as well.
Oh yes, a little bit relieved I think really.
More than likely. Well, we'll dive straight into our next category, the under 73 kilogram category. Yes, we're going to take Mr. Manuel Lombardo from Italy. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you to you.
So, gold medal, first one in under 73 kilograms at Grand Slam level. So, how are you feeling today?
I'm happy for the feelings I felt today because I'm coming from difficult month I had some little injuries that didn't allowed me to train very well. So I'm happy to stay at the top of the podium today, and I felt good.
Yeah. And maybe we can go straight into the final block. You've already faced the Mongolian before in the World Championships, in fact, in the semi-finals. So what was your preparation like for this final contest?
It was like in World Championship, but in the quarter final in World Championship, I had an injury on the knee, so I was not at 100%, and today I was. So I think I handled good the fight.
Yeah. I mean, it was a great contest, and probably didn't end the way the Mongolian probably wanted it to end, given the Hansoku, but this is judo.
Yeah, I don't like win for referee decision. I go for ippon for a score, so it's not the best way to win, but it's always a win. I lost too many times for referee decision, so I take it.
You take the win anyways. And what about in your federation as well? You have a national concurrence. You have very strong people within your team. So what does this mean for you to end up on top?
In that way, nothing, because it's a long way to Olympics, and now the points are just 50%, and my teammates are very strong, so it's a long way. So I just try to give my best on the next competition, and we will see.
And the next step, of course, is the World Championships in Doha.
Yeah, the competition that matters before the Olympics. So also for this, I'm very happy for the feelings of today.
Well, massive congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, well, we also have someone else waiting in the wings, so we'll let you go. Thank you. Next up, we have a very special lady joining us, double world champion already, and she's going for a third title by the looks of things. So this is Barbara Matić.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
So, I see you've got a bit of a bad injury today. How are you feeling?
I hope it's not too bad. I felt on a knee, and I hope it's nothing serious. But I hope I will be ready for the World Championship.
And it'll be your third title you're going for. So, how does that feel? You've already made history 2 times over for Croatia, and a third one would just be incredible.
Yes, everything you said, it will be just incredible. I'm happy with everything I've done for now, and I will do it like every other tournament. I won't put pressure on me that is a World Championship and that I need to win gold medal again. So fight, step by step, and we will see.
Okay, and maybe we'll have a look at the final. I know it probably didn't go in the way you were imagining it would go, but it was a fantastic contest, went into golden score. I think you were both looking for that Uchimata a little bit. So just talk us through it.
He trying to do Osoto, then she do counter-attack, and I fell on Mazari, but yes, it is Mazari. I was hoping maybe not, because she left her hands.
Oh, okay.
But it is maybe if I didn't change Osoto, if I leave Oshigari, it'll be better for me, but next time, better luck.
But it's just the tiniest differences it makes,
Yes,
especially
but
when you're with a top athlete.
that's judo.
Yeah.
Everything is a little different, and you need to be in the right moment to make a score.
Well, it's not too long till Doha, so let's hope, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. Yeah, it was my pleasure.
Speedy recovery.
Thank you.
Right. Now we have a third one. Mr. Matić Casse of Belgium.
Yes,
Welcome.
is this where we actually leave the best to last, is it?
Maybe, what do you think?
Well, she's a double world champion. So
Yes, yeah.
she's
No,
still
we should have
just
actually
ahead.
brought her back again.
Come on, Barbara.
So I think everyone will be a little bit surprised to hear that this is your first gold medal in over a year, and especially because you're at the top, everyone sees you all the time. So How does it feel to finally be back on top of that podium and hearing your anthem?
Well, I told my coach as well, like, it's been a while, so it feels very good to be at the top of the podium again. It's been a long and tough day, so I'm very glad.
Yes. And I think a lot of people look to your main rivalry with Tato Grigolashvili of Georgia, but today was your 8th head-to-head with Malai, and now it's 4-4, so we're even.
Oh yes, we were just talking about it before the podium ceremony. So I said, like, how many times we fought? Like 7 or 8, so it's 8 apparently.
Yes, and it's
4-4 is very equal. But he's a great champion. He got world champion, silver medal at the Olympic Games. So it's a very strong competitor.
Yeah. And the ending to that final was just incredible. I think a lot of people were thinking maybe he had you in the hold down, but you changed it round.
I think it's my specialty in Newaza. I love the control that you see here on the grip. You immobilize his arm, and then whatever he does, like it doesn't really matter. I can crawl on top of him and then hold him down for 20 seconds. So I use it very well. Like I used his belt or his judogi to like immobilize his wrist, and then I had to just finish it off by holding him.
And I'm sure, Loretta, you very much enjoyed this.
Well, yes,
it
was definitely a magical moment. I think what the nicest thing is that you could see the friendship between both of you. Like you say, you've met each other so many times. And at that final time when you were given the reward of winning the actual title, there was a couple of moments, a little few words that were said on the tatami. Can you go through what was being said there? Because it was quite interesting to know.
Well, the World Championships are coming up soon, so I said, well, I'll see you soon. I said, well, congratulations, great champion. So there's just a huge amount of respect between, like, for sure the top competitors, like she mentioned before, Grigolashvili, Molai, Muki, DeWitt, all these guys. We know how hard we train, how much we sacrifice for this, and how much we want it. So it's a huge amount of respect for each other, and I assume you can see that on the video as well.
Definitely, and with that preparation, obviously you were going into that final, knowing someone so well. What was going through your head at that particular time?
It's very tough to find the openings because obviously we have fought so many times, also in training camps. But the last 2 times I lost with him at the Masters very recently and at the Baku Grand Slam. So well, I knew, obviously I learned from these 2 times what I had to do better, how I should beat him. And like every time it went a little better, and now I could perform the plan how it was supposed to be. Of course, it's still a very tough fight, very tough to find openings. But in the end, I found one, like, rather unexpectedly. But you have to use every opportunity you get.
Yeah, it was very exciting, and it was touch and go both ways. And obviously, we've got the World Championships coming up in a month's time. What is going to be your preparation? Based on this performance here today, what can you walk away learning from here today so you move forward for a better result at the World Championships?
I actually started my preparation for the World Championships after the Paris Grand Slam, which wasn't a great success for me, but obviously you can learn from your defeats probably even more than the fights you win. And we went to Brazil for 14 days. After this, we go home for a couple of days, and then we go to Japan for another 2 weeks. I hope to do a lot of randori there and to really, like, go all out. There's a lot of good opponents there, and after that we do a short preparation in Belgium, like to just finalize everything, and then it's ready to go to the World Championships and try to retain my title.
Well,
to recapture my title, sorry.
Well, we wish you the best of luck, and we look forward to watching you in the World Championships and also covering, and hopefully we'll see that gold medal around that neck once more.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, well, there has been plenty of fantastic judo seen here today.
Definitely.
We've actually selected a few clips from the semi-finals, didn't we? So,
oh yes, there was
some very interesting winning points going on. So maybe we can have a little run through that, and you can give me your take on it.
Well, yes, this was this was Haka definitely. A great athlete. One of the more mature athletes in the weight category. She was up against Shemish, and as you could see, there was a couple of opportunities for Hacker to actually see where the danger was coming from. And that was as soon as she came in with that high collar grip over the top, turned her back, you could see the Uranagi there loitering around, waiting. And that happened 3 times in the match. On the 3rd time, obviously the score came, and I was very, very surprised of someone with such maturity and experience to fall into that trap. Not just once, not twice, but 3 times, and ended up losing the medal because of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Shemesh obviously went on to win the silver medal.
Yes.
And Hacker bronze, but here's another one from the current world champion.
Oh yes, this was a beautiful Sianagi into the Kochigari. We actually saw Kochigari, Ochigari and Kosotas a lot throughout the past couple of days. They are massive big scorers. They're actually great openings, as you can see. And they're a superb performance there.
Absolutely, it was fantastic today, obviously. Shame about the final, but...
Yeah, it was a shame, but these sort of things come to test most athletes.
Absolutely.
And
You'll
I'm
know
always
for next time.
I'm always a great believer. What don't kill you just makes you stronger. And he can go back and they can look at and analyse the mistakes they made. And there has been, from a lot of top world-class athletes, there's been a lot of mistakes. And it's now that you make these mistakes, it's an absolute crime if you go back and repeat those mistakes, and even more so if it is a world medal that you lose out on
by
making
the World
that.
Championships, are we? So they need to have it down pat.
Exactly. World Championships 4 weeks away.
Who do we have up next then? Oh, this was fantastic. Maybe we should have a backstory for poor Jallo here, because he had a terribly difficult quarter-final, didn't he? What a golden score he had.
Well, this is a wonderful match, but what you've got to do is give credit where credit is due. Jallo in the quarter-final match against Gautier Drapeau, it went for 10.5 minutes. And I'm talking about 10.5 minutes out flat, and you could not tear them apart who was actually going to get into that semi-final. And I don't know, and I should have asked Casse what was he thinking when he was watching that match, because he was going to take on the winner of that quarter-final, and he must have been smiling from ear to ear, wondering, let's keep that going. 10.5 minutes, and they're not going to be fit for any semi-final.
Because Casse is known for his golden scores, but
not
so much anyone else.
Well, it was absolutely amazing. It was very exciting, and the man was great, and he went on to win a bronze medal, which was absolutely superb and well deserving, considering the performance he gave here today.
And it was
and
stunning
the excitement. But when he went into that semi-final, well, that combination was just beautiful, and it was the icing on the cake, I feel, for Casse. He needed that, and for Jallo, it was just... he threw in the towel. It literally, what more can I do?
Just an unfortunate situation, isn't
Yes, it is.
Now, the final one was the other semi-final from the 81 kilogram category with Saeed Malai. Now, this was also a golden score situation that had been going on for a while, but
well, it didn't last very long, did it? I think there was a slippy mat somewhere. I think they put some grease on the mat. It was either that or banana skin, one or the other. But look,
and I mean, as you can
superb.
See, they've got the 2 shields on the board each, so they were both really going for it at this point, desperate not to make a mistake, but also trying to get the score to end the golden score period.
But it's just like textbook, isn't it? You would see that when you're trying to demonstrate and teach youngsters how to do the diashiara. It was amazing, and it was lovely to watch. And these are the sort of things that you like watching throughout the day.
Of course.
It really keeps you on the edge of your seat. It gives you that buzz and that warmth in your belly to know that there's some purists out there, and it's wonderful to watch.
Now, as exciting as today was, we still have one more day left of the Antalya Grand Slam with our heavyweights tomorrow. So we have 5 remaining categories. Are you looking forward to those?
Do you know what I am? When it comes to the last day, there's been quite a lot of people that turn around and say, "Oh, heavyweights, they don't throw much." Well, I can assure you, heavyweights, when they throw big.
Bigger throws, bigger bangs.
That's it. And we've got some great athletes coming up tomorrow, and it's going to be a lot of excitement to watch. And you know, the whole whole weekend so far has been enjoyable and it's exciting. You can only tell by the amount of entries we've had that we're starting very early hours of the morning. For these athletes, it's something different to what they don't normally work with.
Yes.
And this is where you've got to admire these athletes, that they can be adaptable, they can change. You're actually getting on the mat and having your first match at 7:30 in the morning. Well, some people hardly can focus at 7:30 in the morning, not let alone fight.
Yes.
So you've got to give them credit where credit is due. It's wonderful.
It's very admirable. Now, we're going to thank you all for joining us this evening, and guess we'll all see you tomorrow. So thank you very much from myself and Loretta.
Goodbye.
Couldn't break the sleeve. Oh!